Alright, so if you haven't already heard, then, well, clearly you must be somewhere in the deep dark abyss, not paying attention to things, but the YouTube channel known as MrBeast's, which happens to be one of the biggest single creator channels on YouTube at this point, has reached 50 million subscribers. Basically, the second largest YouTube milestone, statistically speaking, that you could possibly ever get. So I thought in this video, I would go back and re-look at the time way before when I just happened to become MrBeast's 100,000 YouTube subscriber. So yeah, I know that's pretty impressive. Hold your horses. You might just be screaming in the comments already. How is that even possible? But yeah, believe it or not, despite the size of MrBeast's influence on YouTube as of right now, essentially, no more than like 4 years ago, the man pretty much didn't even exist on the YouTube radar. The story goes like this. Back in the day, about 2015, the first video that I came across, and I just stumbled on one day, was a video about YouTube and the creator play buttons. More particularly, an idea about a bronze play button being made by YouTube for small YouTube channels like 10,000 subscribers, 1,000. You get the point. And this very interesting looking man with a green screen just was talking about the whole concept for about 5 to 7 minutes of time. And I thought it was a really cool idea. So, this was MrBeast at about 10,000 subscribers himself, which is probably what I would imagine why he made the video to begin with. So push comes to shove, it inspired me to make my own video on the topic only 2 months later, where I basically discussed the possibility of it happening and, you know, all the other things of that nature. And from that point on, I decided to follow this guy. MrBeast 6000 was the name at the time. 6,000 at the end of the name. It's pretty interesting to think. So I thought, yeah, that's pretty epic. I'll just follow this channel. I'll watch every single video from now on. I thought it was very unique. Every single week or every single couple of days within the week, there'd be a new video around those lines. Basically similar to what I was making at the same time. But around a year later, right when MrBeast had just first started blowing up off of a series, which is not really too well recognized nowadays as worst intros, which was the first thing which started really taking his channel off, he was very close to approaching the milestone of 100,000 subscribers. Now, at this time in my silly little YouTube channel's history, when I basically still had no subscribers whatsoever, I was running a series at that time called Being Blank YouTuber's Blank Amount Subscriber. So 5 million subscriber, 10 million subscriber, 1 million, 100,000. Any YouTuber that was hitting a subscriber milestone, I just decided to time myself and basically become their so-called milestone subscriber. Because back then, this was the old-fashioned days. There was basically black and white TVs and everything, what have you. There was actually live subscriber counts, so you could actually see how many subs people had. So I have the clip here. And, you know, this is basically baby version of Dallas, aka Infurness. That's me, by the way, just in case you didn't know. So I'll play that back, and we'll get straight into the nostalgia.
Well, it sure is a nice day today, but, we can't be late for this special event. So we are literally only 16 away from getting 100,000 subscribers. Well, I'm not, but this guy is. 4 away. There you go. 2, 3 away. And... well, there you go. There you go, MrBeast. You got 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, you can thank me later.
So yeah, the funny thing is that I decided to post this video nowhere else except my Twitter account, which just so happens to be the most irrelevant social media profile I have to my name to this. I actually tweeted out before I posted the video at MrBeast that I was going to be his 100,000 subscriber. And back then, basically all my tweets had 0 likes, and the only like on this one just happened to be from MrBeast himself, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Making my tweet the most popular tweet in my history. Thank you for that 1 like, I really appreciated it. The rest is clearly all history, as you could probably imagine. The sheer transition from that point of being a channel of basically nothing, all the way to what can be described as, like, literally the top 5 most successful influencer channels of history on this entire website. I mean, I literally can't name that many people on my hand that have more influence on this website. Basically, closing in on the second spot. And even inevitably passing PewDiePie pretty soon, I can only imagine as well. So I thought that whole thing was just pretty crazy to think about. I just happened to end up being the 100,000 subscriber, and this person just so happened to end up being the guy, like the actual one of the faces of YouTube itself. only about 4 years later. So that's quite an interesting thing, right? Anyways, yep, that's the video, and that's how I became the 100,000 subscriber MrBeast. If you did enjoy this video, I'd highly recommend that you just kindly and politely kill the red button right there if it is red, and you'll get 10 years of good luck, and I will see you in the next one.